Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. That's right, it's December 23rd, day 11 for the Blue Collar and Scholar 12 Drams of Christmas. And I'm really excited to be once again seated by my tree, ready to share a dram with you guys. So pull up a seat and put another log on the fire, and let's go. On my day 11 dram, there's only two more left, this and only one other on the tree now, so they're getting easier to find. Not that they were ever difficult. Blue Collar Dram, Blue Collar and Scholar Dram. Oof. Sorry, Greg. Ooh. Well, this looks a lot different than a lot of the whiskeys that I've been sharing with you guys over the last 11 days. Look at that light, kind of pale straw color. Very, very light. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but compared to some of the dark ones we've been sharing lately, this is a bit different. And we'll go straight to the nose. Ooh. Right away I get coastal sea breeze and soot. Beautiful, salty, briny peat. But there's also a sweet, kind of sugary pastry and lemon on the nose. Wow. That's one of those drams that I could nose for days. Let's see how the palate goes. I said I could nose it for days. I wanted to take a drink and try to nose it again. Wow, that palate. Oh. Mouthfeel is oily. Smoke, lots of smoke. Rich, malty. I'm getting like charred flowers. Earthy tones. Beautiful spices, but also herbaceous. Some seaweed, definitely lots of coastal notes in here. And then like beach fire, ash, and soot. Wow. The spices and the smoke and the salinity linger in the finish. What a beautiful, rich whiskey. Yeah, I hope this one ticks a lot of boxes for you guys, because it sure has for me. And without further ado, the reveal. Today's whiskey of the 12 Drams of Christmas, day number 11 for December 23rd, is Single malts of Scotland, Kalila, 11-year-old. That's right. So Single Malts of Scotland is an independent bottler by the name of Elixir Distillers. And they do some amazing, incredible single cask strength expressions. And this one is certainly one of those. So there's the bottle outside of the box. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the company itself and the distillery, and then a little bit more about the whiskey itself. So yeah, Elixir Distillers. With aged casks such as these becoming increasingly difficult to find, each whiskey can be considered unlikely to ever be repeated, and that's what's so special about what independent bottlers do. Is usually one cask or single cask, and so you get a sort of snapshot of what that distillery was producing at a specific time in history, and then how it turned out. And so you could try a single cask 11-year-old Kalila from a year before or a year after, and it would be completely different. You could try one from the next cask from the same run, and it would be completely different. And so that's what's really cool about this stuff, and why whiskey people like me can geek out on single cask stuff. So that's why I like sharing some of this stuff with you guys. Kalila. As most of you probably know, Kalila is a distillery on the Isle of Islay, my favorite island in Scotland. It's a distillery near Port Eskeg. It's owned by Diageo. Kalila is derived from a Gaelic word that translates as Sound of Islay or Islay Strait, which is in reference to the distillery's location overlooking the strait between Islay and the Isle of Jura. It was founded in 1846. Kalila, as far as Islay whiskies go, is one of the lighter whiskies. It's usually more pale in color, peaty, but very floral and peppery. And this is all of that, 100%. Kalila is used heavily. When I say heavily, I mean around 95% of their production goes into blends, such as Johnnie Walker Black Label. This particular bottle was distilled in 2009. Cask reference 319082. It was bottled in 2021. It's 11 years old, from a hogshead, and there's only 287 bottles. So that goes back to that independent bottling, single cask special whiskey, because there's only 287 bottles. Bottled at 59.5% ABV. So yeah, so that's day 11. For all you Pete heads out there, this is a really special one that I wanted to share with you guys. And slán